Hello. Right, okay. That was a lot of talking and not a lot of doing. We've had a very long discussion. Right.
There's been a lot of time digesting everything.
It's one of those where when we'd designed the layout for the boat, we'd always planned to have a 6 foot long kitchen. That's always what it was going to be. So that's what we designed. However, when we put the 6 foot long kitchen in, or one side of it anyway, on the side, when we looked at it, it's completely out of proportion to the rest of the boat.
It just looked a bit big.
It looks huge compared to the size of the lounge, for instance.
The saloon and the dinette.
So we started to have a little look and a play around and see what we could do, and actually taking 200mm off the length of the kitchen
Each side
has made quite a large difference. We've checked, hence the tape on the roof, we've checked the position of the
solar panels,
the and
flue.
also the stove flue, and it won't impact that, so we're okay with that. So yes, so that's what we've done. We're going to have to take a couple of units back, unfortunately.
Yeah, I mean Howdens are great. They're just going to exchange them for us.
Yeah, there's no bother at all. They understand that these things happen.
Yeah.
It's just that in a narrowboat, it's as we explained. It's not that it doesn't fit. It does fit what was designed. It's just too big for this space.
It just looked so big.
Yeah, it
comparison.
dominates this whole area.
Yeah.
So so we need to swap some bits and pieces around. So that's not a problem.
Yeah, so we've done a lot of remeasuring, as I say, a lot of working out. We've had the bulkhead up. We've been just playing around with all the bits of kitchen we've got.
Yeah.
So we're just swapping things over. Wayne will just talk through what he's done with these units.
Yeah, sure. So at first I was going to cut the angle of the wall onto it, and also then cut around the pipes as well. But actually nobody's going to see the side of this unit, so it's much easier to just cut a chunk out. I've left a piece in at the top, and that's just so that we can space the units off the wall properly, because that is actually the correct spacing that we need. It also gives us an attachment point as well to screw them into the wall. So that all works fine and dandy. There's an end panel that goes onto this end anyway, so it will cover up all of that. You can see any of it. Same on this side. Drawers are still there. So there's your plinth drawers.
Plinth drawer.
There'll still be plinth drawers on this side too. Nothing will change there.
Yeah. So as I say, we're going to go and exchange what we don't need at Howdens anymore for what we do need from Howdens, and then basically carry on with the kitchen. So we'll be back in a bit with the other bits of kitchen.
Yeah, I can just now I know what we're doing properly. I can now start to carry on and fit the kitchen properly.
It is one of those. Until you actually put it in the boat, you just, on paper it looks like one thing, but on the boat it
looked very different.
It looked just too big.
And this just gives us a little bit more in the lounge area. Yeah. Which was always quite small anyway, but basically the dinette takes up a lot of that anyway, so it gives a little bit more in the lounge area. Yeah. I don't think in terms of worktop space and in terms of storage space it's going to make any difference to the kitchen.
Not much, no. Very little.
Very, very little difference.
Yeah. Right, okay, we'll carry on and we'll get our way and go and exchange these units.
Yeah,
okay, see you in a bit.
Bye.
Bye.
Morning. We're back at it again. So a bit more kitchen work. I've already done some. So I'll just show you what I've done. So I fitted now the 2 drawer boxes on the floor. They're now solidly mounted. And I've mounted this first cabinet that's mounted to the wall and the box. So it's all nice and solid. Sorry. It's all nice and solid. The second one over, this cabinet, is loose for now. That's having a Belfast sink on it, so I need to modify the cabinet and cut it down. And now I've just started to put in these next row of plinth drawers. So on this one we've got a nice big 1000 wide one and then a 600. So I'm just starting to lay these out, get them screwed to the floor, get all that done. Yeah, so let's crack on, shall we? See you in a bit. Oh, right. So where these cables go under the gunnels, past the back of the units, I'm just putting some split ducting on. Split conduit. It just clips over the cables basically.
And what does that do?
So it's just a little bit of mechanical protection for the cables, and also helps to keep them together as well. Just holds them all in a bunch.
Okay, do it under there as well.
Yeah.
Will that go all the way along the boat, or just through the kitchen?
Probably not, because once it's in the cable tray underneath the gunnels,
okay,
that's protected anyway. It's just where the kitchen is, because the cables will be running down the back of the kitchen. So
yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Fair enough.
Those protectors. That's all. Hello. Right. Okay. So all the units are now in place. Got them all. You can't. Obviously, it's a spirit level, but I'm not using it as a spirit level. I'm actually using it as a straight edge, just to check that that side is the same as that side, and it's all the way through. So that's nice and straight. Same at the front. Again, nice and straight. And the front edge. Yep, that's nice and straight too. Right, so basically the cabinets are set in place, they're all screwed in, all tight, all done. We'll drop the wire into here. This is inside the cupboards, or inside this cupboard at least, going to have a light, and also this feed will feed the undergunnel lights that will go into the bathroom and into the lounge as well. So that's a convenient wire conjunction. It's hidden in the back of the cabinet, no one's going to see it. So on this side, same again, there's the feed for the cabinet lights. This unit still needs to be cut down for the Belfast, so that's work to be done on that.
Yeah. So although you fix those to the wall.
No, I'll fix that one to the wall.
That one to the wall. Right. Okay. Fair enough. So next time, do we need to bring the Belfast sink?
Yeah.
Oh, exciting.
And then on this side,
yeah,
there will be basically a space for the.
Sorry.
There'll be space for the fridge in here.
Yeah.
Making this 600 wide, so we can get plenty of different options on fridges to go in.
Yeah. Originally we were going to be 500, but then we realised that a lot of the 500 12-volt fridges are actually, the actual capacity inside them is virtually nothing. Capacity, yes, that's the word. So, whilst
they were just too small.
Yeah.
They're not only narrow, but they're also very short as well.
Yeah.
So, I mean, literally a 2-litre bottle of whatever, water even, would fill front to back of the fridge. It's just wouldn't be big enough. No way.
So we've given ourselves extra room so that then we really can look around and get the right fridge. Because at the present, there's no point in buying any of the appliances because it's going to be however long before we need them, and obviously they all come with a warranty. So the appliances will be one of the last things we do on the boat.
Yep.
So obviously that means
the oven, same with the hob.
Yeah, the oven, the hob, the fridge, basically anything like that. So, go on.
Okay. Yeah. So on this side then, it's obviously 600 gap, and then there'll be a section here which is effectively dead space. Might do something with it. Services,
utility.
But there's some pipes that need to go for the radiator that goes on the wall
in the bathroom
on the other side. So that's a nice, neat place where we can hide that radiator pipe work out of the way.
Yeah. And also on this side, you put another conduit thing.
Yeah. So I'll put another flexible conduit in this side, and that goes all the way through into what will be the bathroom. That's just for insurance that if we need to get more cables through, we've got a route we can feed the cable through.
Yeah, because the other one's full.
Otherwise, it's going to be really difficult because it's all behind the cabinets on this side. Right, okay. So, just setting up the hot and cold pipe work for the tap. So, the hot is the top one, cold is on the bottom. So we'll just chop that off. Insert. Fit in. Up. And then I'm inserting this one. That one up. So basically those pipes will go back like that. These will come through the back of the cupboard. So you've got hot on the left, cold on the right. And that will match the tap that goes in. I just want to put a pipe clip on the wall here just to hold on to these a little bit. So someone's put stuff in the way for me again.
That might be me.
Might be. Might be. Just on the top edge. Those up. Right. Now what I have to do is measure on the back of the cabinet, cut the holes for the pipe work to come through onto the inside of the cabinet there, and then we can put the cabinet in place. Again. For it to come out again, but we'll put it in place. Right, okay. See you in a bit. Get in there.
Oh yeah, that's okay. Yep.
Okay, slide that back.
So we put the pipes in. The sink.
Yeah, I know what that is.
And we put
Okay,
some more conduit all the way through to keep the the cables all together. Pipes, cables. Thank you.
There you go. There's
Right.
the pipes in.
That's good.
Hot and cold. A large hole there
Oh,
is for a... We've given ourselves the option with the fridge. We are going to fit a 12 volt fridge. This one. It may be a later date we swap to a 240 volt fridge. And if that's the case, there'll be a socket in here. So we can just get the plug in.
yeah,
So
we're just
we've
giving
got-
ourselves
we've got-
options, aren't we now?
Yeah, we've got the option of 240 volt fridge or a
12.
12 volt fridge, so either will work. and the power's there for both. So.
Okay, job well done.
Alright, see. Hello. Right. Okay, so we just put this bulkhead in place. It may need to come out again. We'll see. But it was just from being stored. It's just bowed a little bit. So I've just put some clamps on it, some bits of wood, and just kind of gently eased it into the cabinet so it's nice and straight. We'll just kind of hold it in that position for now, and hopefully it'll form itself back. In the meantime, put the first two lights
Going to
back
put
up.
the Christmas lights back up.
They're not Christmas lights.
So let's see.
Festoons, don't you know?
Festoons.
Festoons.
So wow, without falling over stuff, come back. So potentially our second bulkhead is in. Wow, it makes such a difference to the space.
Actually looks like a narrowboat.
It actually looks like a narrowboat and a kitchen.